it escalates. I call it the downward spiral, but basically it was escalating.
Objection non-responsive.
I mean, I don't know. It's
I thought it was fairly responsive.
No, the question was it mutual?
Yeah, was it mutual?
Yeah, I'm sorry, mutual.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I mean, yeah. Mutual thing,
All right, so they would scrap with each other, or whatever term you want to use. They would argue with each other, fight with each other.
It was happening, yeah. Yes, it was. She wasn't doing it by herself, and he wasn't either. I mean, it was confrontational. I don't know if that's responsive, but.
And so that morning, is it fair to say that early that morning you thought this is another Lonnie Carroll, back and forth?
It had gotten to a point where I was concerned because it had gotten immature. It just got more immature, and it didn't make any sense to me. It was getting worse, but you couldn't.
So they were both being childish.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And he had been injured at that point by some sort of accident.
Yes.
Okay, so she calls you. The third call we talked about was sort of an appeal of the shower curtain or shower massage decision.
But that's the way it was. Yeah, that's the way he would do her. He would call her constantly back and forth, beep, 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 wherever she was. And that was his habit.
All right, so how does that third conversation end?
The third one is when...
First one, she wakes you up. She says there's cops next door. Second one, Lonnie wants the shower curtain or shower massage. Which was it?
The shower massage. The third one was, you're being ridiculous, telling him to go away and get out.
Okay. And about what time was that? Not much later, you said.
Much
so we got first call, then 45 minutes, then a shorter time than that.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't go,
Okay. Next call.
It's pretty tough. She didn't get out.
How much longer, how long in a period of time was it from the third call, which was the second about the shower massage, until the fourth call?
I couldn't get from my bedroom to the kitchen. It was about 45, 50 feet. I don't know, maybe 60 feet. Couldn't get in. Couldn't get my underwear on. Couldn't get my keys. Couldn't get anything. It was, okay, here they come again. Oh, my God. And then the noise. And by the time I, got in my car and got over there, she was already arrested and gone.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit here. We've finished the third call, which first call comes about 8. And we got about 45 minutes. We get a second call, which is the first call about the shower massage. All right, and then we got a couple minutes later.
Coming back on the summer, coming back again because Carol beeped him.
Right, so a few minutes later, we got another shower massage call.
No, we got a beep from Carol, a mysterious beep from Carol that Lonnie said that she mysteriously beeped him.
So the third call was actually a beep.
No, he said it was her beeping him. I say it. At that point, I'm questioning her.
Okay, I'm not asking what
I know,
I'm
but it
between
was
them.
the beep, the interest subject beep.
I want to stay in the Honerkamp household if I can, just for this.
Well, no, you're in the Davis household, babe. Just live with it.
Okay, but
I'm in my house, figuring out theirs.
Yeah,
so.
But for the purposes of what we're talking about, you get a call at 8 o'clock. You get another call at 8:45-ish about the massage. You get a third call, which is the second one about the shower massage. And that's a few minutes after the second call? Mm-hmm. Okay. How much longer until the phone rings again?
I couldn't get from my bed to my kitchen.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So within a minute, you get another phone call.
Yes.
And what's that one?
It's her on the thing saying, oh, here they come, She said, Lonnie came over and he hit me. And I didn't even hear her say hit me. I heard Lonnie came over and hit. And she said, it's going to be okay, here they come. And she had discussed something with me before, that night before. And, I didn't depend on anything. And I said, what? And she just said, hello, how are you, officer? And then it was the scuffle, and that was it. Then she was screaming. And I just dropped the phone and got in my car. Tried to get in my car, out the garage, out the driveway, around the corner. By the time I did, she was gone. That's how fast it was. 3 minutes. I actually tried to time it. It was like 1 minute and 45 seconds, but I don't know how long that took to get there.
So the amount of time from the second shower massage call, which was the third overall call, to the time that you were driving, the time that you dropped the phone and drove over there, was less than 10 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't.
Less than 5 minutes?
I assume. I mean, I think, if I remember right, I didn't do anything. I mean, I wasn't highly dressed. I don't know what I had on at the time, but
All right, and when you got over there, what did you see?
Hoffman, the cop, in the driveway.
Alone?
Yeah.
And did you have any conversation with him?
Yeah, I walked right up to him.
And tell me about that
Where is
conversation.
she? He said, she's gone. And I said, well, he does this every time. And he said, what do you mean? He said, yeah. I said, every time we try to go to court. I said, but, what happened? And he told me what he gave me his version of what happened.
What was Mr. Houghton's version of what happened?
He told me that he had heard some screaming and he ran up the driveway. I assumed he ran up the driveway is what he told me, that he, their driveway's inclined. I parked in the street. I might have pulled up, but he said, he said he had to run up the driveway. He heard her screaming, and he said he didn't say exactly what he did. He didn't go into complete detail. He said that I remember correctly that, she was up on the door and he got her off, and that, she was arrested, and that's all he said. He asked me where the car was, and I said it's in my garage, and he could call me. That's all I said.
And was that the extent of your conversation with Officer Houghton?
I think so.
Okay, and what did you do then?
Got in my car and went home.
All right. When you dropped your phone, where were you?
In my kitchen, I think.
Okay, so you go back home.
Yep.
And put the phone back in the cradle, or?
I had her on recording, screaming in the car. I had, that's the part that I didn't understand.
But you had her on recording?
No, the thing is that she called the call notes when she got in the car. When I hung the phone up, when I got home, that I didn't know for like hours.
Okay.
I didn't realize that she was on the phone for hours. I didn't have a chance to use the phone. It was all calling.
Okay, well, let me ask you about that. So you go back into the house
Make some coffee.
Make some coffee. The phone back in the cradle?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Now you have caller ID, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the kind of caller ID where you could either save it or print it out or anything?
I saved it. I called the phone company. I called the police station. I called the phone company again. I called McGee, his supervisor, and asked him to take it.
McGee, who's supervisor?
Lonnie's supervisor.
Asked him to take
to see if he could get Southwestern Bell to save it, because they only told me I couldn't, I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was on there, and I might have a recording of it, but I don't have, I'm not in a habit of rigging up phones to tape.
No,
so I'm saying I might have a tape of it. I might, but I don't remember Southwestern Bell responding. I did report it, and I think somebody heard it, but I'm not. To me, it was minor. I mean, at that point, I don't.
Right, and it's just the February 18th day. Right, and the February 18th day is an important day, and I want to go into detail about it.
I was pretty busy that day.
So you had. You're back in your house making coffee, and at what point do you notice that there is a additional call that you did not answer from Carol?
I didn't get that. I got a call from the police station. The police station called me.
Okay, so the next phone call you get is the police.
Yeah, they're calling me. I mean, I'm not even on the phone. I mean, I don't.
Well, what was the caller ID call from Carol?
She was in the back of the car with the kitchen phone.
Okay, and that's what she told you.
No, that was her on the phone. I mean, I didn't know that the phone was on there when I didn't get home and there was Carol on the phone. I mean, I didn't have any idea what happened.
Right.
I didn't have any idea.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at.
Business,
right, you're walking back. You're walking back. At this point, you have answered 4 phone calls from Carol.
Well, yes, I don't know, 3 or 4.
The 8 o'clock original one.
We talked the night before, so yeah,
Okay. We'll start at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, cops are next door. 8:45, he wants the shower massage. 8:50, he wants the shower massage again.
It could have been a little later. But yeah, I mean, he came back and said, "You beat me."
Okay, and then 60 seconds later, before you can make it to your kitchen, there's the fourth call.